Om Namah Shivaya children. In our last video, we read about land as a resource. Today, we'll start again with the second video, soil as a resource. Now, whatever we are reading in this chapter, everything, whether it is land, soil, natural vegetation, wildlife, or water, these are natural resources and these are available to us by nature. So, children, it is very important for us to understand its importance. Soil is a most renewable natural resource medium of plant growth, supports different types of living organism, change in temperature, action of running water, etc. helps in its function. Now, see children, land and soil has a very thin difference. Soil is the thin layer that is present or that covers the earth surface or the land. So that is soil. And you can see there land determines the what kind of soil is available to us. You go to mountainous area or where mountain kind of land is available, there the soil is different. Go to a plateau based region, go to a plain area, go to the coastal belt. So land always determine that what kind of soil is available to us. Now soil is made up of various things. Okay, the main reason or the main component through which soil forms is the weathering of rocks. We know about this. Now when we say about weathering, weathering is what? It is the mixture of various minerals and organic matter, and in the and by the process of this weathering they form of the soil. And when I say about weathering, it is breaking up of various rocks. And how these rocks break up? Due to various climate, temperature, and various other actions, these all rocks they erode away, they break into particles and form the soil. As I told in this last point, change in temperature, action of running water helps in its formation. Yes, children, weathering is the main part, and weathering covers all these things. That when the change in temperature occurs, moving or the flow of running water, these all form in the soil formation. They carry away eroded materials and they get deposited in a plain surface, forming a very fertile kind of soil. Factors of soil formation. Children, the major factors of soil formation are the nature or the climatic factors and the parent rock, you can say. Okay, and the other factors that are mentioned over here, like relief, flora and fauna, time, these are the secondary factors. Now, when I say about parent rock is what? Which determines what kind of property it is. Now, see, we are human beings. How we are formed? Because of our parents. Okay, now how? Now we say that we resemble our father or mother. In the same way, parent rock is something that determines what color the soil is, how what texture it is, what all properties it contain. This is how we can study. First, the through the parent rock we can study what all factors comes under the parent rock, and through which we can determine the what kind of soil it is. Okay, climate also is a major factor in the formation of soil. Now, as I told, rainfall area, you will see there is much swampy like soil. The soil you will see very muddy like. You go to mountainous region, you will see the soil are like they have very eroded materials, like rocky stones are there because mountain is available. You go to plain area, we have plentifully alluvial soil. Why alluvial soil? Now after the mountainous ranges, the plain surface come. Now when the plain surfaces come, what happened? Through the weathering process, whatever rocks are eroded away, and through various temperature and certain other factors, they form the soil and they land up or they get deposited in the plain area. So in plain area we find the most fertile kind of soil. So climate also matters. Relief features, altitude, slope, accumulation of soil. Just now I told you, mountain, plain, plateau, everywhere you will find different kind of, like we human beings. You go to Kashmir, you will find they are very white in color. They wear more thick clothes. You come to Odisha, you go to Gujarat, you will see we have summer over here, so hot. So we wear very cotton clothes over here, and we have a mixed complexion. In the same way, children, soil. Soil also varies from place, means from location, for climate, time. With time also it depends whether the soil quality is good or it has deteriorated, and the living organism like the animal and the plant kingdom or the flora and fauna. So these all factors help in knowing the soil formation or growing of a, or a sorry, or you can say these factors help in a soil formation. That what kind of climate is, suppose it is rainy area, the soil is different. Suppose it is very hot summer, the kind of soil is different. Then if we talk about flora and fauna, as per the area also, the plant and animal kingdom also varies. Time, certain soil takes the soil takes many thousand years to again regain its proper quality or the fertile soil. So the time also depends. Next is soil erosion. It is the removal of soil cover and subsequent washing down of topsoil. Process of soil erosion and soil formation go hand in hand. This balance is disturbed due to natural and human causes. Yes, children, as I told, what happens now? Suppose in a place we are having a very good kind of soil, soil cover. So with time, what happens? We grow crops, so that crop absorbs all the all the soil nutrients into the plant, and we get a good crop. Slowly, when we grow a crop in a certain area, the soil also get deteriorated if we don't put proper manure to it. Okay, and what happens, because of erosion or weathering away, or too much of weathering and erosion takes place, so soil gets eroded away. So children, formation and erosion are equally important to us. How? Now see, now a soil is formed, we use it extensively by growing different crops and we do agriculture. Then with time it gets eroded away. Again, when it takes erosion, we give certain time period to that certain field to again regain its soil fertility. So in this way, the soil erosion and soil formation go hand in hand. And one important thing, children, since soil is a natural resources, again, because of our human need, we are exploiting or extensively using of this soil. So it also hampers, or the soil erosion hampers the, or does not maintain the quality of soil that is required. So there is always a requirement of a balance to maintain because of this human causes. So soil is essential to have a balance also, so that we can have a proper fertile soil. Ways to conserve soil. Children, as we read in land resources, it is very important to understand that these natural resources are always we are in need of. And for having a sustainable development, it is very essential that we always conserve each and every resources that is available to us. Few examples I have given here, you have in your book also, you can go through it. Now see, mulching, you can see here mulching. What happened in mulching? You can see, children, there the crops are grown. You can see the plants are grown in between these green ones, and in between the gap these straws are putted over, the straws are kept, or they are covered with straws, the open land. Why? Because through this it will retain the soil moisture. If the soil moisture is retained, so it will help in growing of the crops in a much better way. Second, we have over here strip cropping. You can see in rows, strip cropping is done. Gap is being maintained so that equally, when the watering will be done, equally each and every plant will be getting it. So strip cropping is done. Terrace cultivation in mountainous regions, since we don't have a plain area, terrace cultivation is done. And when I talk about shelter belts are basically done in, children, coastal and dry regions. Why? Now see, here the crops are grown, the small ones are the crops, and the boundary area of that piece of cropland is planted with this long trees to protect the small crops from wind, so that this crop will not get hampered. So shelter beds are generally taken, or this method is being done generally in dry or coastal areas. Here, in order to check the movement of the wind, these big trees are planted surrounding the small ones. So children, this is all about your soil resources. In our next class, I'll be telling you about water resources. Till then, thank you.